Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of May the 9th through the 15th of 2016. This week starts off on the 9th with Jupiter going direct. And this is kind of a big deal in one sense and not so big of a deal in another. And given the fact that Jupiter goes retrograde every year for about 6 months out of the year, 5, 6 months. So, but this time, it feels a little more significant simply because it gets us out of that, 5 planets retrograde thing that's been going on for almost 2 weeks. So, now, Jupiter, known as the giver of gifts and good luck, has something for you as you start the week. Maybe not huge, because it's still, coming back up to speed. It's just going direct on the 9th. But boy, it's like right there with something for you. The universe wants to give you something. I think that it's a wonderful way to start the week. There's something special about this week. Because at first when I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, we only have Jupiter going direct, and, we're coming off that new moon energy from Friday. Like, But yet, at the same time, before this week is over, I think another door will open for you. And I think you're ready to charge right through it. So I don't know what that is. But let's not jump to the end. Let's go back to the beginning here. All right. There is definitely, for many of you, we still have the whole Mercury thing going on, okay? There's that, I think, not so much people that you don't want to see, but people that you can reconnect with from your past and have a good time, even if it's only over social media. There is that sense of that taking place. So that's a good thing. Now, a lot of this week feels very focused around the home. And there are some really important things going on here. Now, also, for those of you who play the lottery, okay, I say, hey, Billy, there's a few others of you too that I know do. But, there is this, if you win, all right, you may have plans for the money, no matter what it is, no matter how small it is, whatever. I get this sense of whatever Jupiter hands you this week, hang on to it. Remember months ago I started saying, hang on to money whenever you can. Hang on to money whenever you can. There's something coming, for which you're going to need it, but you may not be aware yet. And I felt like it was more of a good time, because that's what it's showing it up here as, is a good time. So this is something that's coming. It's like a little adventure later on. But what's happened for so many of you over these past months is that, try as you may, you were probably putting out more money than you were able to put away. So, that shows me that if something comes your way this week, whether you get a raise, get your first paycheck, a winning lottery ticket, something's going on, be very frugal with it, okay? Now's not the time to be spending that money. So just give what you need to give, pay your bills, and that's it, all right? Very important to remember. Now, many of you have been saying goodbye to, not so much goodbye, but like eliminating parts of your life that just don't fit in anymore, all right? It just doesn't conform. So you need to separate yourself from. And, I'm trying to find a good example here to give you, because it's showing it almost like institutions, okay? And this could come up as, like the separation from your beliefs, in essence, all right? I want this to be a good thing. So I'm not thinking it's so much that if you have a church that you disengage from the church, but I think that there has been a change in how you feel and in how you believe. And this is what is important. I've been talking about it the last couple weeks, really noticing it with everyone, that there is a change in attitude, all right? How you feel about life, how you believe in things, and how you approach them. So I think, because there's a sense of having been a little bit cheated, all right? Not anything that was something you could escape from, but, that part was a little bit painful. And when I say cheated, it's like cheated out of your time, because time is the most important thing we've been given. I've been saying that for so many years. But now, your view is different. Your view is toward the future, like having a vision. But what you see is so different than if I asked you a year or two ago, you would have told me something different than what you're telling me now. Because there's this inner knowing that's coming for you that you really are beginning to understand. All right. The whole process with the universe. And it's just a wonderful going within. Hard to even put this into words because this is about you and how you feel with respect to things. So it shows me that there's been a reversal in how you believe and how you think and how you know. And I like that. So, success. All right. Success coming for you this week. Now, this is important. It comes with change. You could be receiving praise with regard to, a current project that you're working on. And it could be something that has to do with work, something else that you're doing. But people will be, telling you what they think of you in a positive manner. All right. This really makes you feel good. It gives you, I want to say, like the courage to move forward. And there's also this sense of, fairness, like fairness about it, balancing things out in your life. Wow. Because for so long, you were like down and out and a little bit powerless with some things. And in all honesty, for this particular phase, all right, if I could count backwards, right, this is May. So that's 5 months. And then 5 months will go back to say last August, right? August, September, October, November, December. Yeah. So that would be like 10 months, all right, of being down and out, that kind of thing. Because it just felt like there was something going on there. That was when Venus was retrograde last year, and it was right before the eclipses. So a lot of you have been in this phase for a while. And now you're sort of gathering everything together, a lot of responsibilities here. But these are the things that you're gathering together for your changes. And, this is what you want to take with you. And what you need to take with you. Because it's like there's so many responsibilities in life, all right? So you ponder these changes a great deal. So I said, there's this thing about, a vision for change and wanting change. So you're working on balancing it out. But I really see that you've come from that feeling, to more upright. Maybe a little weighed down still, but definitely a huge, huge change. Now, one of the goals that everyone has, after having come to terms with everything that has taken place since 2012, all right, it is to basically be reborn, to have a new beginning, okay? Because the old life is just done. It is done. The new life that's coming in no way resembles what you previously had. All right. This has caused a lot of anxiety for some people. It's caused a lot of sleepless nights, wondering about certain commitments. A lot going on here. But I really think that there is a renewal of faith that takes place. And as I said, there's a big change here this week. And a lot of it is internal, not just the external commitments that are going on, but the internal, where, your commitment to yourself and to your new beginning. I think you're finally getting it. This is what is so important, really so important. Now, back to the finances, and not even just the finances. This is about your approach to life. Right now, it really, really needs to be extremely practical. Okay? In other words, I don't see anything here that's lavish and frivolous or anything of that nature. It's not the time to rush out. I mean, we all know Mercury's retrograde, so, don't go buy that brand new car or new phone or whatever. But it's more than that. This is some form of practicality that you're putting into your life for the long term. One of the things that I think that you ponder, all right, is, I want to say, like, the synchronicities. And, you need to be able to look around you and, like, pay attention. This is all part of the going within and the changes and completing this particular cycle. Because I'm telling you, by the time this week is over, an important door has opened. You've completed something. Like, you might be stepping through into another phase here. So, pay attention, because it's not just for you. One of the things that you have to remember, and, I say this to people all the time when they write to me and they want a reading, and, all they'll say is like, my life is a mess and I want to know what's going to happen next. And, I'll ask them something and it's like, they'll give a brief explanation, but it doesn't talk about everybody else that's around them. Well, you really have to remember that your life is affected by everyone who's around you. So if you're married, if you're in a relationship, if you have children, all of these things are going to affect, not just the outcome of your reading, but they're going to affect what's going to happen. So it's important to always remember to look around you and be aware of things that are taking place, because they do have a bearing on what happens to you as you go forward. Okay, now, there is this real sense of moving on here, moving. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. There's also a sense of abundance, all right? Something feels really good within the home. Some of you live alone, so I don't know what this is about, but it definitely feels different. And I think part of it is you, like, because we go from, creating some balance and getting rid of some of the sleepless nights. So maybe you're sleeping better. Maybe you're resting a little bit better. There's more of an excitement in the air, really, I think, than anything. But there's most definitely a moving on. Now, one of the things you have to remember when you are moving on is, don't take all of that excess baggage with you. All right? You're working on your happiness, and you're working on, creating some new opportunities here. Opportunities for change. This is an important week, but in a much different sense than all the previous important weeks that we've had. Okay? It really truly is, because you're arriving at a place personally where you can say, all right, you've achieved a certain amount of wisdom. I like that. There is a huge, overwhelming theme here of remaining practical and down to earth. It is everywhere. When I spoke of not being frivolous, of hanging on to your money, being careful with your finances, it's not because I see anything that's going to come in and take them. I'm telling you, later you're going to want some extra money. Put it away. You don't need to be spending it on anything now. When the timing is right, you'll know what it is that's coming, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I can do this. So that's good. But see, you have new beginnings coming. And there's also, I don't see it as tons of information this week coming in, but I'm telling you, pay attention. Pay attention to what you hear. And the things that you want, the things that you're calling to yourself. If something comes your way, there's definite opportunity. All right? The opportunities are different for everyone. This comes with an air of, as an AIR, an air of caution. Okay? And it's not caution as in, something's bad. It's caution like, test those waters first. Don't jump right in. Get all the facts. Get all the details. Because whatever is coming, and I'm getting the absolute chills as I say this puts you at a huge crossroads. And you are, you need to make an important decision. This goes back to the, the decisions over here with the goals and the commitments and the sleepless nights and the worry. You need to make an important decision. It's almost like a flash of brilliance, all right? I don't know how else to put it, where you just, you achieve kind of like a victory. It's just sudden. I'm like, you seem at a loss for words because it just like doesn't want to come out, because I can like picture it in your life. It's like instantaneous change, where the status quo that you don't want to deal with anymore. You are changing. That's what these readings have been about lately, that I'm noticing. It's not so much that so many things are changing for you, but as little things start to creep in, as every once in a while something big comes in. Like this week, I think something big comes in. All right, but what you're willing to accept in life anymore, it's just awesome. Your attitude change to me is spectacular. I have no other way of putting it. You're really considering things carefully, but there's a huge sense of justice in here for you. It's just like, yes. Because before, and I don't see it here, and I'm happy not to see it here. All right, before there was this feeling of being totally powerless, but that's just it. You're taking back your power. So some big changes have come in, and it's been leading up to this. So whatever Jupiter going direct helps bring your way this week, seize it. Take that power. Do what you must do. Open those doors, maybe one door, and make those decisions. Very powerful week on store. I want to thank you all very much for listening, and I'll see you here again next week. This is certainly getting to be very interesting. Take care.